with the sound of golden vanity. Politicians talking loud, destroying our humanity. But Jah is whispering inside the quiet valley breeze, teaching the children how to humble down upon their knees. Real power doesn't need to shout or make a fuss. It's written in the ancient dust, inside the heart of us. So close your mouth and open up your inner eye, and watch the hypocrites collapse under the heavy sky. Shh. Keep it down, let the static settle in the room. I spent a lifetime screaming loud inside the sonic boom, selling my anger to a stadium of frantic fans, but never noticed that the quicksand was in my hands. Now I'm looking for the answers that the noise suppressed, unzipping pockets of the secrets hidden in my chest. The loudest person in the room is usually the weakest link. I put the microphone away so I can finally think. When the storm stops roaring in the night, and the false prophets vanish out of sight, we will find what is wrong and what is right. In the shadows, we uncover the light. Oh, the silent truth will always prevail. When the words fail and the ship sail, no more lies left behind the veil. Listen close to the unspoken tale. Let the quiet speak to you. Yeah, internal monologue is deafening, it's parallel to living trapped inside the self-inflicted diving bell. They want a soundbite, want a controversy, want a feud, but I'm absorbing all the peace inside this solitude. No, social media can validate the soul within. I'm scrubbing off the old ink underneath my skin. The truth is quiet, it don't need a viral headline trend. Just a broken man who's trying hard to make amends. Do not depend on what the television try to teach. Their golden words are nothing but a predatory speech. They feed on chaos, feed on hatred, feed on your despair. But righteousness is flowing freely in the evening air. So let the music soothe the damage that the system made. A spiritual vibration that will never fade. Stand firm in silence, that's where the Creator speaks, providing wisdom that the greedy politicians. When the storm stops roaring in the night, and the false prophets vanish out of sight, we will find what is wrong and what is right. In the shadows, we uncover the light. Oh, the silent truth will always prevail. When the words fail and the ship sail, no more lies left behind the veil. Listen close to the unspoken tale. Let the quiet speak to you. It's the unsaid words that carry all the weight. Sail, I open up the everlasting gate. No more arguments, no room for any hate. Just accept the destiny and love your fate. Can you hear it when the world goes black? That is Jah's voice calling you back. No more distortions, pure redemption. Oh, the silent truth will always prevail. When the words fail and the ship sail, no more lies left behind the veil. Listen close to the unspoken tale. Let the quiet speak to you. Oh yeah, hear the silence, rest your mind. Listen, just listen, turn it off. television screen is broadcasting pure confusion, trying to trap the population inside a grand illusion. Frequencies of fear are vibrating through the wire, setting the imagination of the youth on fire. But I unplugged the cable to my mind to the sky, where the white noise cannot manipulate my inner eye. We find a quiet sanctuary in the middle of the buzz, reclaiming the serenity that Babylon never was. Yeah, too many notifications flashing on my phone screen, a constant digital avalanche, if you know what I mean. They want my attention, want my anger, want my feed, exploding my anxiety to satisfy their greed. It's a psychological warfare, a data-driven trap. That's why I stepped away from the commercial rap, man. I'm looking for the space between the radio stations, a static paradise away from modern complications. Disconnect the signal, let the transmitters die. Watch the artificial satellites fall from the sky. There is a beautiful silence beneath the heavy hum, a hidden frequency that we have finally become. Find a static peace when the system goes dead, clearing up the garbage they injected in our head. No more digital manipulation left to dread, walking on the path where the ancient angels tread. Yeah, tune out the world tonight. Short-circuiting from all the internet chatter, a million opinions that don't even fucking matter. They analyze your lifestyle, criticize your past, creating a distortion that is never gonna last. So I embrace the static, let the white noise erase the memory of every single ungrateful face. I find my tranquility inside a silent room, far away from the implosion of the media boom. The frequency of joy is steady, constant and clear. It doesn't use no technology to cast away your fear. It's written in the rustle of the leaves upon the tree. It's flowing in the rhythm of the universal sea. So let the information matrix completely crash, transforming that synthetic currency into ash. When the machinery stops, the truth will commence, providing the generation with some natural sense. Disconnect the signal, let the transmitters die. Watch the artificial satellites fall from the sky. There is a beautiful silence beneath the heavy hum, a hidden frequency that we have finally become. Finding static peace when the system goes dead, clearing out the garbage they injected in our head. No more digital manipulation left to dread, walking on the path where the ancient angels tread. Yeah, tune out the world tonight. Silence, the grid is finally down. No more artificial frequencies inside the town. We're reclaiming our thoughts, recovering our crown. In the ocean of quiet, we will never drown. Unplug it all, let it fade, escape the trap that them made. Pure stillness, divine shade. Oh, yeah. Find static peace when the system goes dead, clearing out the garbage they injected in our head. No more digital manipulation left to dread, walking on the path where the ancient angels tread. Yeah, tune out the world tonight. They trade their spiritual royalty for a temporary throne, governing a kingdom built of vanity and bone. The gold upon their head is just a shiny metal weight, keeping them from entering the everlasting gate. But true majesty is not a product you can buy. It's the dignity inside the soul that never can die. So let their artificial empires turn to gray and rust. We wear a crown of starlight far above the earthly dust. Yeah, I used to wear a crown of thorns made of platinum discs, sovereign of a rap empire, taking massive risks, defending a territory that was highly volatile, while my psychological anatomy was going out of style. They call you king today, but tomorrow you're a ghost. The same people cheering are the ones who hate you most. I'm abdication from the throne, stepping down the stairs, leaving all the industry royalty to their affairs. The velvet is torn and the gold is peeling away. The monarchs of the media are crumbling today. We don't need no throne room to validate our worth. We are the humble caretakers of the sacred earth. Look at the faded crown sitting on the shelf. You can never rule the world until you rule yourself. Let the superficial glory melt into the sea. We find our majesty inside our poverty. Yeah, the real kings don't need a throne. Yeah, my kingdom was an isolated mansion in the woods, trading my internal peace for some material goods. Paranoid ruler checking every single camera feed, a prisoner of my own success and corporate greed. But the crown was heavy, it was crushing my skull apart, suffocating the artistic expression of my heart. So I threw the scepter straight into the Detroit River, grateful for the simplicity that the universe can deliver. Babylonian rulers think their power gonna last forever, but they cannot stop the lightning or the changing of the weather. Their currency is fading and their castles will collapse, leaving nothing but some empty boundaries on their maps. The only sovereign ruler is the almighty Jah Rastafari, who paints the golden sunset up across the desert sky. So humble down your ego, take the metal off your head, and choose to walk the path of spiritual royalty instead. The velvet is torn and the gold is peeling away. The monarchs of the media are crumbling today. We don't need no throne room to validate our worth. We are the humble caretakers of the sacred earth. Look at the faded crown sitting on the shelf. You can never rule the world until you rule yourself. Let the superficial glory melt into the sea. We find our majesty inside our poverty. Yeah, the real kings don't need a throne. Strip away the titles, let the real man stand. The meek shall inherit the beauty of the land. No more bowing down to a synthetic hierarchy. Find the everlasting freedom in your monarchy. Yeah, yeah. Let the crown tarnish, let the empire fall. Jah is the greatest ruler of them all. No more palaces, just pure grace. Look at the faded crown sitting on the shelf. You can never rule the world until you rule yourself. Let the superficial glory melt into the sea. We find our majesty inside our poverty. Yeah, the real kings don't need a throne. Keep the crown, I don't want it anymore. Oh, keep the crown, I don't want it anymore. Yeah. our destination, searching for the promised land of total emancipation. Them try to keep us tethered to the financial wheel, buying things we don't need, forgetting how to feel. But Zion is a frequency, a state of spiritual peace, where the manipulation of the system must cease. Pack your bags, my brother, don't look at the clock. We moving forward steadily, standing on the rock. Yeah, I spent a lifetime chasing after the platinum plaque, thinking a bigger house would keep the panic attack back. Accumulating wealth while my spirit was bankrupt, living in a golden cage, completely corrupt by the illusion that security is bought with a check. What the real world is turning into a total wreck. Now I'm shifting my compass, redirecting the cruise, chasing a utopia where nobody has to lose. Beyond the skyscrapers and the neon flashing signs, we are navigating through the psychological lines, following the star that shines bright in the east, escaping the stomach of the Babylonian beast. We are chasing Zion, running to the promised land, walking through the desert, holding each other's hand, where the music is pure and the system is banned, building our future on the everlasting sand. Yeah, we heading home at last. My previous GPS was calibrated for the gutter, chasing material validation that made my heart flutter. But fame is a mirage in the middle of the Sahara. The closer you get, the more it turns into terror. I'm abandoning the corporate matrix entirely, refusing to let their expectations govern society. We seeking a sanctuary where the ego dissolves, where every complex problem beautifully resolves. Zion is not a geographic location on a map, it's when you finally escape the psychological trap of thinking you are separate from the rest of creation, breaking down the borders of every artificial nation. Let the rhythm guide you across the stormy ocean, calming the turbulent waves of your emotion. The kingdom of heaven is residing deep within, that's where the journey to paradise must begin. Beyond the skyscrapers and the neon flashing signs, we are navigating through the psychological lines, following the star that shines bright in the east, escaping the stomach of the battlefield is not across the ocean way. It's inside the human heart where the illusions behave. The flesh wants the luxury, the spirit seek the truth, creating a friction that destroys the wandering youth. You battle with the greed, you battle with the pride, trying to find a shelter where the ego cannot hide. But you cannot defeat the enemy with an outside sword. You must surrender your weapons to the Almighty Lord. Yeah. Civil war inside my skull, a daily insurgency. My subconscious mind is screaming with an extreme urgency. A faction of my ego wants to burn the whole house down, while my conscious mind is trying to protect the fragile crown. I'm my own antagonist, my own worst adversary, planting landmines inside my own vocabulary. No external hater could ever match the hostility of the monster in my mirror, mocking my stability. Dismantling the minefields inside the cerebral space, looking for a treaty to conclude a long chase. We sign a ceasefire with our own complexity, trading the chaos for a spiritual necessity. Ending the inner war, dropping the heavy shield, finding a peaceful sanctuary in the mental field. No more fighting ourselves on the battlefield. Let the psychological lacerations finally heal. Yeah, we're calling a truce tonight. I spent decades court-martial in my own mind, the prisoner of war to the trauma left behind, sentencing myself to a lifetime of solitary confinement, refusing to accept the spiritual alignment. But the rebellion is over, the troops are heading home. I'm decommissioning the missiles inside this heavy dome. I forgive the soldier that I was forced to become, reclaiming the tranquility that makes the mind numb. When you conquer the self, you win the ultimate prize. You see through the deception of the Babylonian lies. They want your mind divided in the constant civil strife, so you can never experience the beauty of life. But Jah provide a harmony to settle down the storm, transforming the cold heart into something pure and warm. Put down your internal rifle, let the conflict cease. The ultimate victory is achieving the total peace. Dismantling the minefields inside the cerebral space, looking for a treaty to conclude a long chase. We sign a ceasefire with our own complexity, trading the chaos for a spiritual necessity. Ending the inner war, dropping the heavy shield, finding a peaceful sanctuary in the mental field. No more fighting ourselves on the battlefield. Let the psychological lacerations finally heal. Yeah, we calling a truce tonight. Flag raised to the monster in the mirror. Now the divine purpose is becoming much clearer. No more friendly fire, no more internal terror, correcting the course of our historical error. The guns are silent, the smoke is clearing. That is the frequency your soul is nearing. Peace treated, Jah steering. Ending the inner war, dropping the heavy shield, finding a peaceful sanctuary in the mental field. No more fighting ourselves on the battlefield. Let the psychological lacerations finally heal. Yeah, we calling a truce tonight. No, 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 no. You taste the honey, but you swallow the gall. A natural natural balance that comes to us all. You cannot have the sunshine without some rain. You cannot find the joy without knowing the pain. The system will offer a sweet taste in life to camouflage the venom that makes the spirit die. But the wise man accepts both the dark and the bright to keep his perspective inside the light. A sugary coat on a toxic pill, a beautiful medicine that makes me ill. Every victory has a miserable taste, an expensive luxury that goes to waste. I smile for the camera, drink the wine, but the acidity is burning my spine. A flawless tragedy, wonderfully packaged, leaving my psychological health totally ravaged. The fruit of life has a complicated skin. The poison is waiting on the inside within. We chew on the contrast of a delicate state, balancing the love against the historical hate. This is a bittersweet symphony of our collapse, falling through the fractures of our personal maps. Find the harmony within the medicine card. Even when the trotting is incredibly hard, we are tasting the poison and the grace. They promise you paradise on a silver plate, while they build an industry out to your hate. They flavor their malice with a little applause to keep you from questioning the structural cause. But the truth has a raw and abrasive bite that wakes up the sleeper in the middle of the night. Don't fear the bitterness, it cleanses the blood to prepare the garden for the holy flood. I'm sick of the flavor, I'm sick of the sweet, an artificial luxury that leads to defeat. Every single compliment feels like a knife, an elegant robbery of my own life. I try to spit it out, but the residue stays, a haunted addiction that dictates my days. Paralyzed by the duality of what I hold, a freezing fire that is turning to gold. Let the natural medicine balance your mind. There is no remedy for the damage behind. The columns are shaking, the metric is red, reaping the choices that our generation fed. This is a bittersweet symphony of our collapse, falling through the fractures of our personal maps. Find the harmony within the medicine accuser tries to lock you in a dark prison of mind, reminding you of every single mistake left behind. But mercy is a river that flows heavy and wide, washing away the debris of the ego and pride. Don't let them bind your conscience with the heavy iron chain. Every human being on earth must experience pain, but condemnation is a trick of the wicked elite. Stand up, shake the dust off your wandering feet. Yeah, looking in the mirror with the ghost of my past deeds, sowing the fields of regret, reaping the bad weeds. Every syllable I weaponize the damage I inflicted to the toxic lifestyle that I was heavily addicted. They want me carrying the cross until my spine snaps in two, blaming myself for everything that I put people through. But I'm unpacking the luggage, letting the heavy weight drop. The self-flagellation and the torture gotta stop. No more ghosts knocking on the bedroom door. We don't live in that haunting house anymore. The slate is clean, the ledger is clear. We casting out the shadow of our deepest fear, living guilt-free underneath the blue sky. No more heavy teardrops leaking from the eye. We broke the shackles, now we're ready to fly. Absolution arrived, we don't have to hide. Yeah, the soul is finally ledger was bloody, covered in permanent ink stains, trapped in a cycle of generating my own pains. A prisoner of perfectionism, haunting my own house, quiet as a church mouse, screaming at a spouse. But fuck, this isn't something that you beg from the crowd. It's a silent realization when the thunder is loud. I forgive the broken kid that was just trying to survive. I'm just grateful that the man inside is actually alive. Jah is the judge, and he is full of compassion and grace. He doesn't look at you yesterday to define your face. The system wants you paralyzed by the choices you made, so your internal flame can be easily extinguished and fade. But righteousness is a shield from the arrows of shame. You are much greater than the labels of your old name. Walk in the sunlight, let the morning cleanse your heart. Today is a brand new page, beautiful start. No more ghosts knocking on the bedroom door. We don't live in that haunting house anymore. The slate is clean, the ledger is clear. We casting out the shadow of our deepest fear, living guilt-free underneath the blue sky. No more heavy teardrops leaking from the eye. We broke the shackles, now we're ready to fly. That solution arrived, we don't have to hide. Yeah, the soul is finally bury the hatchet with the monster in my head. Let the dead bury what belongs to the dead. No more sleeping in the self-made coffin. Eat the bread of life, me beautifully fed. The courtroom is empty, the jury went home. You are no longer forced to wander and roam, completely acquitted by divine love. Living guilt-free underneath the blue sky. No more heavy teardrops leaking from the eye. We broke the shackles, now we ready to fly. Absolution arrived, we don't have to hide. Yeah, the soul is finally liberated. Charlie, Charlie, Charlie. On the corner of the avenue where poverty resides, the children look for shelter from the political tides. No food inside the kitchen, no justice in the court. The promises of politicians are nothing but a sport. But we burning incense on the cold concrete ground, sending up a meditation that don't make a sound. Jah is listening to the whispers of the neglected block, providing a foundation that is solid as a rock. Yeah. My childhood horizon was a row of broken blinds, looking out at the neighborhood of desperate twisted minds, where the only benediction was the clicking of a lock, and the only congregation was the dealers on the block. I used to pray through empty ceilings, begging for a sign, while my mother was asleep from the prescription and the wine. Now I use this microphone to broadcast our collective plea, a secular confession for the world to finally see. From the gutters to the heavens, let the smoke ascend, hoping that the cycle of destruction comes to an end. We don't need no fancy temple or a golden dome to find a little bit of mercy in our broken home. These are our street prayers whispered in the dark, leaving on the asphalt a tiny spiritual mark for the forgotten souls who lost their inner spark, navigating through the shadows like no eye in the eye. Please hear our voice tonight. Yeah. This ain't a Sunday sermon full of superficial grace. This is survival poetry from a dark, neglected place, where the youth are institutionalized before they even grow, taught to fear the system that they don't even know. I'm offering a song for the kids inside the cell, living through an earthly manifestation of hell. May your mind remain protected while your body is confined. May you find the inner freedom that the architects designed. They build their penitentiaries to lock up our ambition, but they can never incarcerate the spiritual condition. The true church is residing inside your will and soul, when you allow the Almighty to take total control. So let the prayers multiply across the ghetto sky, wiping every tear from the mothers weeping. Now the system will collapse from its own heavy greed, but righteousness will always supply what we need. From the gutters to the heavens, let the smoke ascend, hoping that the cycle of destruction comes to an end. We don't need no fancy temple or a golden dome to find a little bit of mercy in our broken home. These are our street prayers whispered in the dark, leaving on the asphalt a tiny spiritual mark for the forgotten souls who lost their inner spark, navigating through the shadows like no eye in the eye. Ooh, please hear our voice tonight. Windows, just the neon lights, guarding the flock through the dangerous nights. We don't need a priest to validate our plight, just stand firm in the cosmic light. Hey! Can you hear us up there? Jah hear every cry, every single prayer, from the concrete to the atmosphere. These are street prayers whispered in the dark, leaving on the asphalt a tiny spiritual mark for the forgotten souls who lost their inner spark, navigating through the shadows like no eye in the eye. Ooh, please hear our voice tonight. Amen. Keep your head up, Detroit to Kingston. the valley with the fearless disposition, fulfilling the parameters of my spiritual mission. Them come with iron bars to lock up my physical frame, but they can never incarcerate the power of my name. A celestial predator walking through the wilderness, conquering the wickedness with absolute gentleness. The strength of Zion is surging through my spine, an indestructible force that is completely divine. Yeah, I survived the meat grinder of a brutal industry, dismantling the traps that they set for my ministry. They wanted me to whimper, wanted me to fold and bend, hoping my artistic longevity would finally end. But my resolve is forged in the fires of Detroit steel, an armor of vocabulary that is heavy and real. An apex predator sharpening his lyrical claws, refusing to abide by the systematic laws. Unbreakable foundation, a metallic state of mind, leaving all the weakness and the doubt far behind. We stand on the mountain, letting out a heavy roar, guarding the perimeter of the ancient wisdom door. I am an iron lion, standing in the Zion sun. The spiritual battle is officially won. No weapon can scratch us, no empire make us run. Resilient as metal until our earthly days are done. Yet a monarch is reigning tonight. They thought the dependency would leave me permanently crippled, but the impact of my recovery is globally rippled. I'm an iron beast, revitalized, structured and tough, showing the world that my vocabulary is more than enough to shatter the illusions of their superficial trends, making absolute amends with my genuine friends. I look the devil in the eye, refuse to compromise, a metallic warrior watching the new empire rise. Babylon tried to cage a lion inside a mental zoo, dictating the thoughts of what the population can do. But the iron lion breaks through the copper barricade, dismantling every single trap that the wicked made. We wear the heavy crown of the conquering tribe, infusing the atmosphere with a majestic vibe. Stand up, my people, look at the strength in your hand. We are the rightful rulers of this beautiful land. Unbreakable foundation, a metallic state of mind, leaving all the weakness and the doubt far behind. We stand on the mountain, letting out a heavy roar, guarding the perimeter of the ancient wisdom door. I am an iron lion, standing in the Zion sun. The spiritual battle is officially won. No weapon can scratch us, no empire make us run. Resilient as metal until our earthly days are done. Yeah, the monarch is reigning tonight. Melt down the golden calf, forge the iron shield. To the demands of Babylon, we will never yield. The roar echoes from the street to the open field. Let the supreme majesty be beautifully revealed. Unshakable, untamable, complete. The Lion of Judah never faced defeat. Pure iron, Zion Street. I am an iron lion, standing in the Zion sun. The spiritual battle is officially won. No weapon can scratch us, no empire make us run. Resilient as metal until our earthly days are done. Yet a monarch is reigning tonight. artificial plastic mask. But even through the pavement, see the little flower grow, a testament to life that Babylon can never check or know. We walk these dirty sidewalks with the skip inside our stride, carrying the Holy Spirit deep within our pride. No asphalt can suppress the natural mystic vibration. We bring the wilderness back to this concrete nation. Yeah, yeah, hey, 8 Mile Road was nothing but the strip of frozen stone, an asphalt cemetery where I used to walk alone. Refrigerated hearts and blocks of gray cement walls, where survival is the only thing the memory recalls. But now I'm softening the edge, I'm smoothing out the cracks, injecting poetry into these broken railroad tracks. We take the hardest surface that the city ever built and plant a garden in the middle of our collective guilt. From the alleyways up to the highest tower, we are reclaiming our internal power. Every second, every minute, every hour, the concrete city welcomes the shower. Mellow concrete under our feet, we bring the forest back to the street, where the asphalt and the paradise meet, soothing the rhythm of the city heartbeat. Yeah, we make the hard world soft. Yeah, yeah, yeah. My architectural design was always sharp and jagged, born in the gutter where the clothes were always torn and ragged. I used to spray paint my frustrations on the brick facade, demanding answers from a distant, unresponding God. But now the stone is turning smooth, the masonry is changing, the structural foundation of my mind is rearranging. I'm looking at the skyscrapers but seeing giant trees, finding the sanctuary blowing in the urban breeze. Man made the city but the Almighty made the land. You cannot lock the ocean with a tiny wall of sand. They build their empires of iron, ore and steel, but they forgot how the natural earth is supposed to feel. So let the music penetrate the sidewalk cracks tonight. Bring back the ancient wisdom, bring back the morning light. No longer captive to the gridiron greed of industry, we find our freedom walking through the concrete, wild and free. From the alleyways up to the highest tower, we are reclaiming our internal power. Every second, every minute, every hour, the concrete city welcomes the shower. Mellow concrete under our feet, we bring the forest back to the street, where the asphalt and the paradise meet, soothing the rhythm of the city heartbeat. Here we make the hard world soft. Break the stone, let the soil underneath breathe. Put the weapons out the sky, but let the sword sheath go. Grow your roots deeper than the subway lines. Yeah, we rewriting the architectural blueprints and signs. No more cold steel, no more hard pavement. We are escaping from the mental enslavement. Feel the grass grow through the pavement. Mellow concrete under our feet, we bring the forest back to the street, where the asphalt and the paradise meet, fulfilling the parameters of my spiritual mission. Them come with iron bars to lock up my physical frame, but they can never incarcerate the power of my name. A celestial predator walking through the wilderness, conquering the wickedness with absolute gentleness. The strength of Zion is surging through my spine, an indestructible force that is completely divine. Yeah, I survived the meat grinder of a brutal industry, dismantling the traps that they set for my ministry. They wanted me to whimper, wanted me to fold and bend, hoping my artistic longevity would finally end. But my resolve is forged in the fires of Detroit steel, an armor of vocabulary that is heavy and real. Apex predator sharpening his lyrical claws, refusing to abide by the systematic laws. Unbreakable foundation, a metallic state of mind, leaving all the weakness and the doubt far behind. We stand on the mountain, letting out a heavy roar, guarding the perimeter of the ancient wisdom door. I am an iron lion standing in the Zion sun. The spiritual battle is officially won. No weapon can scratch us, no empire make us run. Brazilian is met until our earthly days are done. Yeah, the monarch is reigning tonight. They thought the dependency would leave me permanently crippled, but the impact of my recovery is globally rippled. I'm an iron beast, revitalized, structured and tough, showing the world that my vocabulary is more than enough to shatter the illusions of their superficial trends, making absolute amends with my genuine friends. I look the devil in the eye, refuse to compromise. I'm a chalic warrior watching the new empire rise. Babylon tried to cage a lion inside a mental zoo, dictating the thoughts of what the population can do. But the iron lion breaks through the copper barricade, dismantling every single trap that the wicked made. We wear the heavy crown of the conquering tribe, infusing the atmosphere with a majestic vibe. Stand up, my people, look at the strength in your hand. We are the rightful rulers of this beautiful land. Unbreakable foundation, a metallic state of mind, leaving all the weakness and the doubt far behind. We stand on the mountain, letting out a heavy roar, guarding the perimeter of the ancient wisdom door. I am an iron lion standing in the Zion sun. The spiritual battle is officially won. No weapon can scratch us, no empire make us run. Resilient as metal until our earthly days are done. Yeah, the monarch is reigning tonight. Melt down the golden calf, forge the iron shield. To the demands of Babylon, we will never yield. The roar echoes from the street to the open field. Let the supreme majesty be beautifully revealed. Unshakable, untamable, complete. A lion of Judah, never face defeat. Pure iron, Zion Street. I am an iron lion standing in the Zion sun. The spiritual battle is officially won. No weapon can scratch us, no empire make us run. Resilient is met until our early days are done. Yeah, the monarch is reigning tonight. trade their spiritual royalty for a temporary throne. Governing the kingdom built of vanity and bone. The gold upon their head is just a shiny metal weight, keeping them from entering the everlasting gate. But true majesty is not a product you can buy. It's the dignity inside the soul that never can die. So let their artificial empires turn to gray and rust. We wear a crown of starlight far above the earthly dust. Yeah, I used to wear a crown of thorns made of platinum discs. Sovereign of a rap empire, taking massive risks, defending a territory that was highly volatile, while my psychological anatomy was going out of style. They call you king today, but tomorrow you're a ghost. The same people cheering are the ones who hate you most. I'm abdication from the throne, stepping down the stairs, leaving all the industry royalty to their affairs. The velvet is torn and the gold is peeling away. The monarchs of the media are crumbling today. We don't need no throne room to validate our worth. We are the humble caretakers of the sacred earth. Look at the faded crown sitting on the shelf. You can never rule the world until you rule yourself. Let the superficial glory melt into the sea. We find our majesty inside our poverty. Yeah, the real kings don't need a throne. My kingdom was an isolated mansion in the woods, trading my internal peace for some material goods. Paranoid ruler checking every single camera feed, a prisoner of my own success and corporate greed. But the crown was heavy, it was crushing my skull apart, suffocating the artistic expression of my heart. So I threw the scepter straight into the Detroit River, grateful for the simplicity that the universe can deliver. Babylonian rulers think their power gonna last forever, but they cannot stop the lightning or the changing of the weather. Their currency is fading and their castles will collapse, leaving nothing but some empty boundaries on their maps. The only sovereign ruler is the almighty Jah Rastafari, who paints the golden sunset up across the desert sky. So humble down your ego, take the metal off your head, and choose to walk the path of spiritual royalty instead. The velvet is torn and the gold is peeling away. The monarchs of the media are crumbling today. We don't need no throne room to validate our worth. We are the humble caretakers of the sacred earth. Look at the faded crown sitting on the shelf. You can never rule the world until you rule yourself. Let the superficial glory melt into the sea. We find our majesty inside our poverty. Yeah, the real kings don't need a throne. Shall inherit the beauty of the land. No more bowing down to a synthetic hierarchy. Find the everlasting freedom in your monarchy. Let the crown tarnish, let the empire fall. Jah is the greatest ruler of them all. No more palaces, just pure grace. Look at the faded crown sitting on the shelf. You can never rule the world until you rule yourself. Let the superficial glory melt into the sea. We find our majesty inside our poverty. Yeah, the real kings don't need a throne. Keep the crown, I don't want it anymore. You don't need no fire or a violent barricade to dismantle the matrix that the wicked system made. A revolution can be soft as a velvet sheet, flowing like a quiet stream down the city street. We weaponize the harmony, we dance against the gun, conquering the darkness with the light of the sun. No physical retaliation can never compare to the power of a population engaged in prayer. I spent a lifetime fighting with the closed fist, an angry radical at the top of the blacklist, screaming at the government, attacking the regime with the hyper-violent, chaotic lyrical theme. But anger is an exhausting fuel to burn inside your engine, leaving you broken in a cycle of avenging mansion. So I'm changing the tactics of my insurrectionary art, launching a velvet rebellion from the center of my heart. No stones to throw, no windows left to smash. We watch their monetary system turn to total ash. Our weapon is the poetry, our armor is the peace, forcing the hostility of the world to finally cease. Welcome to the velvet rebellion tonight. We conquering the system without no physical fight, soft as a whisper but full of spiritual might, guiding the generation back into the light. Yeah, the revolution is beautiful. They prepared for a riot, they bought the riot gear, open to exploit our anger and systemic fear. They wanted us to bleed on the evening news channel, but we showed up organized, wrapped in soft flannel, offering an alternative to the violent narrative, showing that compassion is the ultimate imperative. We undermine their structure with the gentle diplomacy, dismantling the fortress of their greedy hypocrisy. The system thrives when the children choose to hate, creating a friction that keeps them inside the gate. But when you answer the malice with the pure affection, you completely short-circuit their political direction. Let the music penetrate the iron walls of greed, planting a soft velvet flower where they sow the weed. The kingdom of the Almighty is established by love, descending like a gentle white peaceful holy dove. No stones to throw, no windows left to smash. We watch the monetary system turn to total ash. Our weapon is the poetry, our armor is the peace, forcing the hostility of the world to finally cease. Welcome to the velvet rebellion tonight. We conquering the system without no physical fight, soft as a whisper but full of spiritual might, guiding the generation back into the light. Yeah, the revolution is beautiful. Dismantle them with grace, leave a beautiful mark upon the human race. No more bloody battlefields, we changing up the pace. Find a sanctuary in the Creator's embrace. Drop the bricks, open up your hands. Love is the only force the universe understands. Soft rebellion, Jah commands. Yeah. Welcome to the velvet rebellion tonight. We conquering the system without no physical fight, soft as a whisper but full of spiritual might, guiding the generation back into the light. Yeah, the revolution is beautiful. The revolution is beautiful. battlefield is not across the ocean wave. It's inside the human heart where the illusions behave. The flesh want the luxury, the spirit seek the truth, creating a friction that destroys the wandering youth. You battle with the greed, you battle with the pride, trying to find a shelter where the ego cannot hide. But you cannot defeat the enemy with an outside sword. You must surrender your weapons to the Almighty Lord. Yeah, civil war inside my skull, a daily insurgency. My subconscious mind is screaming with an extreme urgency. A faction of my ego wants to burn the whole house down, while my conscious mind is trying to protect the fragile crown. I'm my own antagonist, my own worst adversary, planting landmines inside my own vocabulary. No external hater could ever match the hostility of the monster in my mirror, mocking my stability. Dismantling the minefields inside the cerebral space, looking for a treaty to conclude the long chase. We sign a ceasefire with our own complexity, trading the chaos for a spiritual necessity. Yeah. And in the inner war, dropping the heavy shield, finding a peaceful sanctuary in the mental field. No more fighting ourselves on the battlefield. Let the psychological lacerations finally heal. Yeah, we calling a truce tonight. I spent decades court-martialed in my own mind, a prisoner of war, took the trauma left behind, sentencing myself to a lifetime of solitary confinement, refusing to accept the spiritual alignment. But the rebellion is over, the troops are heading home. I'm decommissioning the missiles inside this heavy dome. I forgive the soldier that I was forced to become, reclaiming the tranquility that makes the mind numb. When you conquer the self, you win the ultimate prize. You see through the deception of the Babylonian lies. They want your mind divided in a constant civil strife, so you can never experience the beauty of life. But Jah provide a harmony to settle down the storm, transforming the cold heart into something pure and warm. Put down your internal rifle, let the conflict cease. The ultimate victory is achieving a total peace. Dismantling the minefield inside the cerebral space, looking for a treaty to conclude the long chase. We sign a ceasefire with our own complexity, trading the chaos for a spiritual necessity. Yeah. And in the inner war, dropping the heavy shield, finding a peaceful sanctuary in the mental field. No more fighting ourselves on the battlefield. Let the psychological lacerations finally heal. Yeah, we calling a truce tonight. Now the divine purpose is becoming much clearer. No more friendly fire, no more internal terror, correcting the course of our historical error. The guns are silent, the smoke is clearing. That is the frequency your soul is nearing. Peace treaty, just steering. And in the inner war, dropping the heavy shield, finding a peaceful sanctuary in the mental field. No more fighting ourselves on the battlefield. Let the psychological lacerations finally heal. Yeah, we calling a truce tonight. darkest hour before the morning sun arrives. The ego struggles just to keep its illusions alive. We run away from the monsters that we hide within, blaming outside forces for the condition of our skin. Yeah. But you must invite the shadow to sit at the table, to understand the reasons why your spirit is unstable. Look at the darkness without no fear or dismay. That is the only method to wash the stains away. Yeah, I spent decades running from the monster Slim Shady, the manifestation of the trauma that betrayed me. I locked him in the basement, pretended he was gone, but you would creep into my lyrics at the break of dawn. You can't suppress the ugly parts, they'd only grow stronger, feeding on the secrecy, surviving even longer. So I shine a flashlight into my own abyss, shaking hands with my demons, concluding the hit list, integrating the pieces that we threw away, finding the balance in the middle of the gray. No more masquerades under the bright spotlight. We embrace the dark to make the inner vision right. We doing shadow healing in the middle of the night, transforming the darkness into a beautiful light. No more running from the ghost side to side, reconciling with the soul and in the internal fight. Yeah, the integration is complete. My psychological anatomy was fractured and split, a puzzle with missing pieces, none of them would fit. I used to project my insecurity on the canvas, leaving a trail of destruction from Detroit to Kansas. But maturity is acknowledging your own capacity for malice and containing it with total audacity. I embrace the scars, the flaws, the absolute mistakes. That's what it actually takes to lower the high stakes. Jah created both the evening and the beautiful day. The shadow is just the proof that light is on its way. Do not judge yourself for the paths you used to true. Every human being is a reflection of God. The system teaches you to hate your internal mirror, so you can never see your divine purpose any clearer. Sit in the stillness, let the healing water flow, accepting every dimension of the self so you can grow. Integrating the pieces that we threw away, finding the balance in the middle of the gray. No more masquerades under the bright spotlight. We embrace the dark to make the inner vision right. We doing shadow healing in the middle of the night, transforming the darkness into a beautiful light. No more running from the ghost side to side, reconciling with the soul and in the internal fight. Yeah, the integration is complete. I accept my chaotic mind. That is the greatest wisdom you will ever find. No longer leaving the broken fragments behind. Let the universal love beautifully bind. Hello darkness, my old friend. Together we will make the broken spirit mend. Total acceptance, no need to pretend. Heal the shadowy liberation is complete. All again, no more pieces.